Graham Jason Matthews here with BleacherReport.com at the WWE Tryouts here in Nashville, coming off of day 3. The promo part, we got Jade standing here. What was your number again?
6.
Number 6. Okay,
yeah.
well, you had one of the standout promos of the day. Well, before we even get to the promo itself, just talk about the last couple days and how that's been for you.
It's been an adventure. It's been a great experience.
Yep.
I've never done these things before. I've never done rolls or rope running or anything like that.
Sure.
And honestly, it's just amazing to finally get to experience something like this. I've never thought I would be able to do this in my lifetime.
Well, talk about your background. Where do you come from, athletically?
So I'm from Syracuse, New York.
Oh, nice.
And then I went to West Virginia University. And then I went overseas and played in Iceland professionally.
That is random.
Yeah, and
That's
I actually
cool.
just got back 2 weeks ago before this tryout. And they're like, "Yeah, you want to come out to Nashville?" I was like, "Yeah."
Wait,
sure.
you found out 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, so they told me. No, they told me earlier, but
okay.
I was still in Iceland when they told me. So I wasn't expecting I honestly thought it was a joke. I thought they said it.
About that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That seems to be the common reaction.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You want? I was like, okay, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
And then I got home from Iceland, and I had to go pretty much 2 weeks after that. So I didn't have much, obviously, physical training, just other than running at soccer, which. Yeah, that's tough as it is.
I mean, I've seen just being in tryouts like this before and just seeing it.
It's very physically demanding.
Is it the most physically demanding thing you've probably ever done?
Yes, 100%. Soccer I thought was the hardest sport there is because there's football, which obviously you're taking tackles, but they have pads. Mm-hmm. You don't have pads in soccer.
You got people yelling at you every 2 seconds too.
Exactly. So you're getting hit hard, you're tackling people hard. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
So. I was like, oh yeah, I got this. I can come here. I've done it all before. I went to a foreign country, didn't speak their language, so I thought I could overcome everything. And then I came here and it pushed me to my limits. I never thought I would have to push this strong mentally through things. I just didn't think I had to hit ropes and jump on my back and just all these things. It was insane.
What's tougher, that or the promo part? Because that seems like you're especially in front of all these fans too.
That's a tough mix. No, when I get up there on the stage though, I don't even think about the fans. So I feel that part is kind of I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. Especially being with a group, it's easy to bounce off people especially the last promo we did, coming at our other teammates, that was fun because you can just be yourself and roast them basically. But other than that, the other parts that was probably harder because I've never done it before. I've never I've never public spoke in front of that big of a crowd.
I was gonna say you've never done theater or anything like that.
I've never. This is the first time I had to act, be someone that I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm always everyone knows me as the sweet smiley always making people happy, and then I had to get in there and be really?
Yeah.
You think you can beat me?
I'm gonna shit talk for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just not used to that, but it was really good. It was a good experience.
Was it someone? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say if I didn't do this, I would never have this type of exposure.
Yeah.
So it's just awesome.
That's a good point. I mean, going off that too, I feel like some people, it's an extension of themselves out there. Was that someone dramatically different than you actually are? It sounds like it.
Yes, so different. I would naturally probably be a babyface in this industry.
Yeah.
But having to be heel and that performance there, but it's fun because it's acting, and I've never been able to be like that in my life. So it's cool to be someone different.
Yeah, no, exactly. It gives you a nice break from reality for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
That's cool. And I mean, kind of going off that too, you mentioned babyface, heel. What is your knowledge of the business? Not even having any. I mean, that's totally fine and that's acceptable because it seems like it's cool because from someone that doesn't come from a wrestling background, that's everyone here.
Yes.
You're on level playing field, so it doesn't feel like you're out of place or anything like that, you know?
I mean, I feel obviously I didn't know much about it, and they knew that going into it because
that's what they want.
Yeah, they want you to they want to teach you how to do things the first time, not change your mannerisms.
Yep.
So I feel that made it easier for me knowing that they knew. I wasn't aware of how to do these things. I wasn't expected to know the terminology and whatever. So I'm just.
Sounds like you did your research though a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. You had to do a little bit. You can't go in blindsided. But no, it was good. I just feel it ended up working out really well.
That's
cool.
I'm
happy with my 3 days. So
yeah,
there's nothing to fault myself on. I feel so
that's the only feeling
that's all I asked
for
myself. So,
I mean,
it was perfect.
Coming out of it, do you have a newfound respect for this, for the business, for the wrestling, anything?
I just never like I said earlier. I just didn't think it was that hard. I didn't think these ropes were that strong. I thought they were squishy, but like when people like when the WWE stars do it, I'm just like, oh, I
I
can bounce off that. Like
yeah, exactly.
And after doing it, my whiplash and bruises on my back, but like that's what makes you stronger, and I'm just so happy that like I can finally be past the level I never thought I could be at, you know? Like I thought, again, playing pro soccer, like that's my highest I could get, but this was a whole new level, and I'm just so happy that I could be a part of it.
And certainly it seems like coming out of the promo aspect too, you stood out, especially with the promo that we saw and athletically.
You.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
So with that being said, like, what do you feel you can bring to the table as a potential superstar? You're signed, you report to NXT, whatever. What do you think makes you stand out? I mean, talking to you right now, it seems like you have the presence, the charisma. Some people don't, they just have the athletic background.
True.
And that's fine, whatever.
I agree,
It seems like you have a little bit of all that. Kind of going off that though, is there anything that you feel like, all right, this would make me a great professional wrestler, WWE superstar?
I think like my biggest thing that I normally like see about myself and that separates me is my coachability. Mm-hmm. So if someone wants me to do something, I'm doing it the first try. If I don't do it good the first time, I'm going to do it 100% the next time. So like I feel like that's my biggest thing is like I'll take whatever anyone says to me and I'll apply it. Yeah. And I feel like that sometimes it takes a couple people a couple times to do it and perfect it, but like that's my one thing. Like if you tell me to do something, I'm doing it. I don't care how hard it is. If you tell me to jump off the top rope, I'll do it. Like so I feel like that's like my biggest thing is just like how determined and like motivated I am to like reach my goals, and I don't let anyone stop me. I never lose. I can't lose. Like even in soccer, if I go into a tackle, I will not, if they take the ball from me, I'm running back and getting them. I'm tackling them back and I'm getting the ball. Like I'll always have the last word, the last tackle, everything. So I feel like that's kind of what separates
That's
me.
a great answer, too, because I feel like I'm not a wrestler. I don't work for NXT. But it seems like the coachability is a big thing.
Yeah, because if you, especially coming in like me, not knowing anything about it, I'm expecting to be taught everything. Yeah. So, like, having zero knowledge to now, I feel like I'm so prepared. Like, with, like, the staff we have and everything, and, like, all the guest speakers and like everything, I'm just like, I'm honored, honestly. I'm honored to be here.
It's cool, especially since, because watching the tryout yesterday, it seems like the same people kind of did the same thing. Like, all right, left foot forward, they put the right foot forward. Right. You know what I mean? And you have to listen, you have to be coachable.
After the first, you can make a mistake here and there, but you better not make that again. And that's
do it on live television, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. So I feel like I really hold myself to a different standard and like take accountability for myself and make sure, okay, all right, I had a bad role. Next role is going to be the best role I had. So.
Last question for you, going off what we talked about earlier, from the first day when you find out about this opportunity to now. Yeah. I mean, it goes from an opportunity, all right, let's give it a shot, we'll give it my all. You mentioned that with soccer, and that's just the attitude you have, which is fantastic. And then to go to today, you're like, all right, I want to be a superstar. Can you talk a little bit about that mindset as far as like, all right, this means, it went from something like, all right, if it doesn't work out, whatever, I still have the rest of my career ahead of me. But and there's other people that are like, all right, this is my everything, that's going to push you that much more. I know I'm all over the place with the question.
No,
but like,
I understand.
As far as how far your mindset has changed from when you first found out.
I think, obviously, when I first found out, I was like, oh, this is a great opportunity. I would love to be a part of it. Like, if anything, I just get the experience, the exposure. But now, going into it, I was like, wait, this is actually something I can do. Yeah. Like, I can do all of this.
And thrive, and not just do it, thrive.
Yeah, I can thrive. Like, I actually, like, I never thought, also, like, speaking in front of a big crowd, like I could do that because I just never have. And I've never put myself in those experiences and those opportunities. So now that like I did it and I can see I can do it and make people happy, and as you said, like I stood out. So that's awesome. Like that's all I want. I want people to see that I have that. And I know I do. Yeah. So that's why it's like awesome to be finally like noticed and like
for sure. At worst, it was a good life lesson. At best,
and now it's like
exactly. So I don't think there's any wrong. I mean, obviously you want to be signed, but still, I mean, there's no wrong outcome regardless.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, I feel like I put my all out there and I didn't hold back. So I don't know what else I could have done to prove myself.
Exactly. So. You can't hang your head in shame. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
But awesome. It was great talking to you. For BLEACHER Report, thank you so much. I appreciate the time, Jade.
It was nice meeting you.